Hello, this is Timothy Bishop. March 15th. I don't know what year it is. 12:07 a.m. So now we know who the Yanagarasu really was. Yes, we do. Yet there remains much to this case that needs to be resolved. Like how the weapons cross country lines, for example. The two countries have incredibly strict security systems. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in. Smuggling them in, huh? We'll need to open a new line of investigation on just this aspect alone. Oh dear. But before we do, I'd like to go through my evidence once more. Unnecessary evidence has been removed, thank God. It's getting a little full there, my cup was runnething over. Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. Somebody's watching the final boss of Final Fantasy IX on it. Oh boy. I believe it. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the following tape recording. Yeah, so some people told me that from here on out, it's a little bit of a slog. So I guess the onus is going to be on me to keep things interesting here, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. I have managed to lower my expectations. Well, accordingly, that's the word I was looking for, yeah. This man, it's Manny Cochin. And he's holding a knife in his hand. This looks like footage from a security camera at the entrance of an apartment building. Yeah? It looks like that building across from MagFest. Apartment building. How do you figure that? Unlike you, I actually read the summary file on the KG8 incident. Thank you very much. And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment. Yeah, well... Oh yeah, I forgot who the victim even was in that. At the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed this piece of footage existed. However, no one could find it. Yes, somehow someone was able to steal it and hide it through Mr. Ernest Amano. I can see how this would have been a definitive piece and why someone would want to hide it. But it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to this case we're working on now, sir. Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. For one thing, that guy's dead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suppose so. Where? Where? Did the tape get eaten? Wait, what was that? And suddenly Shredder pops up on the TV and his hand comes out of the TV and points at us and says, "Come and get me if you can." That bit you played just now, please show it to me again. Edgeworth with the sharp eyes, what? What do you got? This car. This is something we cannot overlook. Why is that, sir? Well, there's something on the... over by the... left headlight there? Am I just imagining things? This is the national flag of the Principality of Cadopia. And because it has a national flag on it, we know this to be an official government car. Oh. The question we should be asking ourselves is, what was a government car doing there? It was an assassination. Jeez. Almost forgot about you. Mr. Hunchback of Notre Dame over here. Thank you very much for continuing the investigation even at this time of night. Oh, if only I was even a tiny bit more careful. This tragedy would never have happened. I'm truly sorry about my voice. It wasn't your fault, sir. Neither is your voice. This had nothing to do with how careful you were. You idiot, Quercus! You couldn't chase after a simple thief! Bang your head on the cane. Oh, man. Now then, let's get down to the real reason why I came looking for the two of you. I'd like to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that? What? Why? I heard you've apprehended the thief that turned this embassy upside down. And we are in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. Can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. Well, get used to it, pal. That's how it is now. You're scaring the visitors away. Oh no, I think I'm actually drawing more visitors in than I'd be scaring away, wouldn't I? But we must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues. Or we leave the rest of the Alabaster and Bobbly's police. Because they suck. Ambassador, we're so close. Just a little more. Ms. Von Karma, I'm afraid I've made up my mind. And without my permission, you can't proceed with your investigation anyway, right? That's true, however... Is there a reason you don't want us to... Are we getting too close here? This area can be considered to be Alabastian soil, yeah. In which case we are nothing but roaches to be stepped on. Is this really where our investigation ends? Yeah, some people in the comments said it should have ended here, is what they were saying. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Shifu, we found Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Shifu, this way. I was been here the whole time. It's not like he had to look for me. Man, putting on those 2-pixel sunglasses to walk over here. Agent Lang, you're back on the scene rather quickly. If I laid back and took a break, I'd lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor. Agent Lang, why have you returned? Because I have to solve this case no matter what. Well, I'm sorry to inform you. And don't take this the wrong way, I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of Interpol was just found to be a thief, and so... Grrr. Under these circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our own police can handle things from here. They're quite capable. Let's pray to the Lord, dear Lord. Please let us continue the investigation. And since this is the last case, please let it be a good and long one. Well, we already know it's long. Holy crap. At this rate, our investigation really will come to a close. That tape I was quoting, I haven't put that one up yet. That's March 11th. I keep forgetting I haven't put that one up yet. Huh. Ha 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 ha. Can't do the fake laugh. Well, I have to do the fake laugh because I can't do a real one. Ambassador Alba, I get it now. I really do. Oh, I'm very glad you understand how I feel. No, not that, you dummy. What I was talking about is... the finger. I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder. You? Dear God, that pose, man. No. The... killer? Do you really mean that, Agent Lang? Heh, wolves don't lie. Neither do hips. Then who is it? Well, let me first say that I'm not talking about Mr. Cochin's murder. That was all Sheena. Well, he even admits it. Langsy says, the truth lies not at the exit, but rather shines outside the maze itself. Truth is unexpectedly simple. Just watch Westworld for more explanation. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was Damask 2's killer? I'll tell you who. Uh-oh. What?! It was not her! Give me a break. What, just because she was investigating over there? I was the killer. Hey, wait, but that's impossible. Yeah. Although, that whip is actually quite deadly. Don't even start. Hold your tongue in that ludicrous remark you were about to make. Agent Lang, are you seriously accusing her of murder? Yeah, I am. He doesn't appear to be joking. Hey, sis, I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right? Yes, he did, but what does that have to do with anything? I'm getting to that. Just let me pray one more time. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabasta and Babal, did you not? Not really. She was never in Babal, as far as I know. She might have been there like once or twice to... Anyway, oh, here he comes. I was just getting to that. Trust me, I'll show them you in due time. Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I'll need to inspect your office one more time. Will you grant me permission? He's like, oh, god damn it. With things as they are, I suppose I can't have much of a choice, do I? Good, then let's move out. Oh, don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will be keeping a close eye on you, you can bet your bottom dollar on that. What if he's just saying she's the killer because he really thinks Ambassador Alba's the killer and he doesn't want to to say that in front of him, you know, because then he definitely wouldn't let us investigate then, right? So he's saying someone else is the killer as a bluff, as a way of getting him to let us in there, you know. Just so we're clear, your logic better be sound, or I will be whipping you. I can't see her whipping him, that's just... Ooh. Yep. I expected you to accept no less. But we'll see how long you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that. Oh boy. Agent Lang, if you don't mind, as someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take part. And so that I might clean up my superior's mess. I guess I should. The more the merrier, especially when it's the peanut gallery. Oh, in that case, I want to join in too. I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabast yet. If you let Kay in, then you've got to let me in too, pal. I can't sit around and do nothing, eating Swiss cake rolls when Miss Von Karma's in trouble. Hey, Gummy, let's have a competition to see who can save her first, okay? Okay, I'll take you up on that. Oh yeah, I'm fired up and raring to go. As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over. Well, sounds like this is gonna be real interesting. Master Alba, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride. Very well. But I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance. I'll have this whole thing. Very well. Couldn't read that line because that yawn was coming up, man. What am I yawning for, man? What is with the yawns tonight, man? Anyway, okay, stop being stupid. Okay, now first let's go over the facts one more time. Manny Colchin's body was found over in the Secretariat's office in Babal. Yes, he was. The weapon that took his life was one of Alabast's ornamental knives. And then the body of Damask II, Mr. Kaishinu, was found here in the Alabastan ambassador's office. Through our investigation, we found that the murder weapon was the statue, yeah. And that this is actually a Babal statue. And also that it's fake. At least that's what Poleno says. Anyway, this case, no matter how I look at it. Sis, if it wasn't you, then there's no one else who could have pulled this off. Excuse me. Agent Lang, do you understand the full implications of what you're saying? Of course I do, sis, and I'm serious. You were on the trail of the smuggling ring, and you wanted any evidence you could find. So while people were distracted by the Autograsso's appearance, you snuck in here. You and that other thief who took advantage of the confusion from the fire. Wait a second. Even if all that were true, how do you explain the movement of the weapons? Huh. Don't worry, I plan to show that you're the culprit behind that too. You have permission to investigate both embassies at will. With that kind of free reign, you could have easily taken the weapons across country lines. Hey now. Look, sis, thought I already told you. I'm not messing around here. This case is directly tied to the smuggling ring. Well, Sheena certainly is tied to the smuggling ring. Deeper and deeper, baby. Let's just play the Madonna song while we're at it, you know? Uh-oh. Ooh, boy. But don't worry, because I have seen both sides, and I will prove your innocence. That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosecutor. You're a defense attorney now. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? Of course, your explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons as well. Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of Damask II. You do understand, don't you, Miles Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against Agent Lang. It's a confrontation against Satan himself. Woo-hoo-hoo! If you can't figure out how the murder of Damask II is related to the smuggling ring, then it will mean the end of our investigation. As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis. Yeah, let's. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. One of Alabast's knives was used in Babal to murder Mr. Cochin. And the murder weapon in the killing of Damask II is Babal's Prima statue. Somehow these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. The only one who traversed the two countries just before and after the crimes was you. So as long as I can explain about how the weapons moved about, Francisco will remain a suspect. Okay, well, we're going on the idea here. I think I know how the statue was moved, but I don't know about the knife. Well, Sheena had the knife on her, right? Was she ever in the other... I don't know. Let's stop on that. I mean, I think Sheena's pretty much out of this for now. Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I've worked through every possibility, but there's only one that's plausible. Your boss. Agent Lang, what I've learned from you just now is that you've lost sight of yourself. What are you talking about? By focusing too intently on that which is in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Z never said anything to that effect. Oh, you prosecutor. Who do you think you are, speaking about Lang Z's proverbs like that? I don't need his proverbs. What I need is his psalms. That's where the good shit is. Because my words are all you'll need to see the truth. Oh, man. Getting all religious up in here, huh? No, not really. Not really. So one of Alabast's knives was used in Babal to murder Mr. Cochin. I mean, we kind of know that already. And the murder weapon... the killing of Damask II is Babal's statue. Somehow these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. The only one who traversed the two countries before traversing you. Okay, well, he just said that. What am I doing? You know what? I'm gonna go and just do the standard thing here. I concur that this knife crossed over country lines. Good. That's not the only thing that did. We mustn't forget about the other weapon. Yeah. Who said they crossed at the same time, or by the same person's hand, really? The murder weapon in the killing of Damask II is the statue. Yeah, because it wasn't the sword, as we were made to think. So you're saying that the Prima statue was also brought over by Francisca. Like I told you before, it's the only way it makes sense. But somebody would have seen her? I haven't figured that out yet. It's a rather weak statement, considering how sure you are. Maybe, but there's one thing I do know for sure. That is that somehow these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. Impenetrable? I should hardly think so. Well, you've seen the top of the wall between the two countries, right? Who in tarnation could cross over that? Yeah, not even I could climb over that thing with all that barbed wire. The only way into either embassy is through the doors in the Theatrum Neutralis. So the only way for the knife and the statue to traverse the two countries is through those security camera-equipped, well-guarded doors. Okay, I know. The only one who traversed... Okay. I assume he's saying Francisca here. Jeez, weird thing to cut to. Since there was an Alabast when the Yatagarasu showed. And then just before you guys found Mr. Cochin's body, she entered Babal. I think we can assume that's when she brought the knife into Babal. Huh. And how do you explain the Prima statue? I haven't quite figured that out yet. However, the fact that the two weapons crossed the border proves that the killer must have also traveled across the country lines. I mean, I see what he's saying here, and it's... that's pretty tough. I mean, I wasn't really keeping track of who was where and when they were there. Because to be fair, I've crossed the border too, have I not? But that's because I'm the protagonist, and in order to play the game I have to, so I don't know. Plus he also said it's not the only two items, huh? Well, okay, let me just look and see what I have here. He's talking about the weapons. This blade is definitely Alabastian. Was this carried across country lines? And the statue, it was a fake, but was swapped with the real one. It is originally... Oh, wait a minute. It's called Babal's statue. And it was a fake because Poleno said so, but was swapped with the real one. But isn't the real one originally from Alabast, not this one? That's weird. What does the other one say? Used to be real, but has been swapped with a fake from Babal, okay. Was used as a weapon. Yeah, well, which one is even... It was a fake. I mean, whichever one was fake before is still fake now. It's not, or you can't really say it was a fake. You can say the fake one was here. Yeah, I'm kind of confused about the description there, because I don't think... I mean, unless the Alabast one is the one that was fake and he was lying to us, I don't know. Seeing anything else here that really has anything to do with it? It's the wire. No. It's a Yatagarasu card. It's a tape. I feel like it's either got to be one of the knives or one of the statues, or would it be the body? No. So maybe it's because of the description being so vague that I need to present this. Oh, crap. And your logic is so badly in need of repair that you might as well throw it out too. This is the real deal here. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at a crime scene. Oh, Edgeworth, man, I'm sorry. This one's got me on the ropes a little bit here, though. And the murder weapon and the killing of Damas 2 is Babal. Wait, where are we in this? One of Alabast. Oh, okay, that's in the same statement. Wait, is that the one that I just pressed it on? Or presented it on? I thought I was presenting it on that one, but okay, wait, well, I'm gonna try this one. We got enough HP, we can play around here. Wait a second. Agent Lang, those two items are not the only two to cross the border tonight. That's true, both statues crossed the border, actually. What am I even talking about? The Mask 2 was killed with Babal's Primitive statue. But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Alabast's statue go? That's true! Even if we could explain how the one got over, like with the catapult or whatever, the trebuchet. I know I won't shut up about that, but man, I'm not going to. Precisely, and if the two statues really were switched, then this means that both statues were smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items. 3! Ha ha ha! I suppose so, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Number of items. Only that the Sis is the only one who could have done it. Because the only person who went back and forth between Alabast and Bob... Well, what else went across? Well... Uh-oh. Is that really so, Agent Lang? What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. I checked up what the guard said, along with the security camera's footage. You're not going to overturn my hypothesis that easily. But suppose there was some other way other than through the theater doors. What other way? The other entity that managed to cross the border unharmed. If I pointed out, it would open up a whole new possibility. I don't hesitate to bring this out. I mean, it cut to the Yatagarasu, but didn't we kind of establish he was never over there? Because we established that the shadow was a fake. That doesn't necessarily mean he wasn't over there, though, if we're going to say maybe he was the one. Or one of them, you know. This other route. Oh. Another way? Another way to move. Let me see what's in the embassy guide. Is there something in here maybe that shows? Huh. doesn't look like it. It's just kind of a... Well, wait, there was a... You know what? Screw it. It's not gonna be that. Oh... Oh, good lord, man. Oh, well, wait a second. No. Another way to move between... Okay, well, I thought he was talking about a person. But the photo of... Do we still have that photo? Where is that photo? Oh, shoot. Do we not still have that? Oh, no, it's right here. Yeah. Agent Lang, I'm sure you were familiar with this unforgettable photo. Unforgettable indeed. That supernatural photo, like I said before. Finger. Humans can't fly. Gingers have souls. Of course not, I understand that perfectly well. And don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings either. I wouldn't dream of claiming that, sir. And I won't allow you to take back what you said either. I'll say it again. It's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings. It's not humanly possible to fly through the air with them. So you better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor. I know. Wait, did I screw that up? How can I prove who it was? That it wasn't a person, dude. Eureka? Very well, you will have your explanation. Sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside that head of yours. Let's hear it. Man, he's doing the finger a lot today. That shiny arm, too. His arm looks like a piston of a motor engine. The face hidden within this photo's blurry trailed shadow. What? Oh boy. The face. Well, no, we're not looking through profiles, though. Okay, wait a minute. Which one is the statue? Wait, which one got thrown? Hang on, I need to look at something in here. Babal's on the right, Alves is on the left. Okay, and the picture was taken from that side, right? Or was it taken from the building? Does it say where the picture was taken from? Because I always pictured it as having been taken from the same angle as... Yeah, because you can see the building behind it. And you can see, like, the statue. You can see the wall, too. Or, I meant you can see the spotlight, is what I meant. Down below, where he was making the speech. So that was taken from the same angle. So that's going from B to A. So that has to be Babal's statue being tossed to the A side. Well, when they say Babal's statue, do they mean the one that was original? Well, because it says it's originally from Alabas. That's... So this is Alabas' statue. It was in Babal, and that's why it's being called Babal's statue. B throw for BA. So no, we want the B statue then. So, I mean, if it doesn't work, I'll just try the other one. Wait. I thought I said you better have a good explanation. Can't make heads or tails of what you're trying to say with that. Okay, fine. I'll try the other one. Crap. Sorry I took so long even looking over that. I'm not... People said this got a little confusing towards the end, and I'm like, yeah, well, you're telling me. Even still, it's not as confusing as I kind of thought it would be, though. Alright, Mr. Motor Arm, Mr. Motor Tail Piston Cylinder Arm. Try the other one. Naturally, the shadow is the third smuggled object. The Primaduck statue replica. You can't be serious. The Yatagarasu, or rather Callisto Yu, dressed as Agent Sheena, was inside Babal. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air. Mr. Prosecutor! You left out a very crucial bit in your explanation. I know I did. She launched it through the air? Tuh, how exactly did she do that? He is literally baring his fangs at me. But he has a point. How exactly did it move through the air like that? Trebuchet! As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, I'm gonna turn on VH1 and MTV now! Hey sis, remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech, he called you into his office, right? So just before the murder, Francisco was called here, right into this very room. If that's the case, then that may be another avenue I can pursue. Whew. There's a question I will need to hear. Testimony from Miss Karma. Huh. What are you up to now, pretty boy? Earlier you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her. For that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer. Yeah, I guess I did say something like that. In that case, I believe it is my duty to ask her what her side of the story is. You really think a criminal will tell us the honest truth? How dare you! As I've said numerous times, there is absolutely no proof that I am the killer. Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me you suspect me too. I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time. Which is why I would like to hear about your movements in this room. Kernig! Franziska, I feel that I still don't have enough information. Which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case. Oh, relax, it's okay, man. Alright, so, what would you like me to talk about? Well, did you see the Braves game last week? I'd like you to please testify to your movements in this room until the murder occurred. So we're gonna have to cross-examine her? Okay, piston arm, seriously. As you wish. As you wish. Rolling down the hill. Okay, as I said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty in the Alabastrian Embassy. After I saw the Steel Samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to the Rose Guard for a bit and checked up on the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back to Alba to his office. Friends, I want to make this clear from the very beginning. So what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred, is that correct? Yes, of course. I see. Alright. Let's see what we got here. As I said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty in the Alabastrian Embassy, okay. They made you do such a lowly job as guarding. Yeah. That was my job. But upon hearing that the Yadigarassu had sent a calling card, Ambassador Alba called upon us to protect the embassy instead. No, I kinda... No, that's kinda hard to forget. Yes, I do. Of course I do. Who do you think I am? I inspected every location, every possible escape route, and every aspect of the police security detail. Did all that, and then after that... Which ambassador's office are you talking about? Yeah, that ridiculous stage show. Jeez. Well, after the show was over and I saw the Steel Samurai off, I turned to the Rose Garden. Well, because he was gonna be there, you know. Yeah, I did. Would have thought she would use a shadow. Okay, don't get yourself worked up here. She must still be nursing a grudge over the fact that she couldn't figure it out herself. Yeah, I know. It's, this relationship between these two is just so volatile. We were aware that the speech was set to start soon thereafter. Okay. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Alba to his office. Which you were. That's weird. Ambassador Alba was here. So, isn't it possible Ambassador Alba could have done it then? Criminal will say anything to get out. I mean... I know you wouldn't want to do that. You know, you wouldn't want to accuse the top dog and everything, but... I mean, if he was there, he was a suspect, right? I mean, it's easy for someone like me who just probably doesn't really fully comprehend the importance of that position. It'd be like saying the president did something, which, well, these days people do even that. I keep telling you, when I arrived at this office, Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box on the windowsill watering his plants. Oh, I can attest to that. I remember speaking with the lovely lady around that time here in my office. Grrr. Fine then. Add that statement to your testimony and let's hear some details. So Ambassador Alba was in this room at the time. Okay, I assume we need to press this one now? How did you know that Ambassador Alba... Because I saw him, dumbass! The entrance to the... Well, that's true, yeah, His body would have been like a wall. Could have just said his... Is it just... I can't unsee this. Like, that plant behind Edgeworth's right shoulder, it looks like two eyes and a nose sticking out. With green hair. Does anybody else see that? Like, every time I look... Ugh, that's weird. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing. I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him. But fortunately for me, Ambassador Alba is not an immovable wall. I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me. With a watering can in his hand. So it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right? Why are we talking about this? After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had obtained them himself and is growing them with the utmost care, you know? Yes. The plants in this room, they're all like my children. Passion flowers and the... Passion flowers. All four of them are in full bloom. So, Karma, what did you just say now? I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What in the world, man? How do you suspect a statement like that? Jeez. What do I not understand? I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. What the hell? There were 4 lights! No, 4 large passion flowers. Am I supposed to... What is there to even press it? I want to press this just out of curiosity. Like, how far can they go with this detail? There were 4 passion flowers in bloom in that box. Is there, like, not 4 of them in the ones that I saw on the other side? Do they really go that far with keeping the place symmetrical? Okay, well, alright, let me get back to it then. Right here, let me see. I really hope there's not 4. There's not 4, there's 2! 2 large flowers in bloom. Have at it. Francisca, for some odd reason, your old testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence. It does appear that way. Tuh, I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust your words, sis. No, it's not that she can't. Dude, stay out of this, will you? Yeah, sir. If you keep this up, she's gonna get taken away, sir. And then that'll never happen to me. But I really... I'll devastate what I saw. I made not a single mistake in my testimony. And for this, I am still under suspicion for murder. Is the number of flowers really all that important at this juncture, Miles? At the very least, it is a contradiction in this electromagnetic case. Yes, I know I said the wrong word there. Well, then I find hard to dismiss as irrelevant. Well, let's hear it, Mr. Prosecutor. What is so relevant about this? I believe the answer to that will become clear if we examine that flower box. Yeah. They're my beloved flowers. I've grown them with the utmost care. So I ask that you please be gentle with them as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm gonna dump them on the floor and check out the roots. Sure you got something in here. You growing pot in here? Is that what it is? We'll rest until I've inspected every suspicious nooking looking cranny. I mean, hell, it looks like there's 2 spots there where... This patch of soil looks as though it has had something removed from it. Tuh, what are you doing, Mr. Prosecutor? Why'd you clam up all of a sudden? Still here, waiting for an explanation, you know? Did you know Agent Lang flowers are best appreciated in silence? Nice. It does. Okay, here's the face of the flower. Called passion flowers. What being called flowers, they're actually a species of vine. Well, supported by these plant supports. Plant supports? Yeah, we used to have those like when we grew tomatoes down. We grew tomatoes for a while in Jacksonville. It was like the closest thing to farming I've ever done, but... Miles Edgeworth! Hurry up and shut this man up for me already! Okay, Chin. I'll get around to that. Show evidence. Let's do it. We're on a roll, baby. I believe I have just the piece of evidence you require. Oh, you do you? You have such confidence in the face of your current plight? But I highly doubt it'll last until the end. No, I got this, totally. When they mentioned that thing about the plant supports, I know what's going on here. It makes perfect sense, because they had dirt on the ends of them. Now we know where that dirt came from. Boom. It all fits together. I was racking my brain trying to figure out, why would those have dirt on the end of them? I mean, what possible scenario could there be for that? And there you go. Yup. Get some more toilet paper. In the words I believe it can be said, these hair sticks are in actuality support sticks for the passion flowers. Woo! So what? That means she had the sticks on her, that means she's been over here. Is this really all that important to the case? Of course it is! It means that we found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight. Or, yeah, I suppose somebody could have given them to her, but I seriously doubt it. She wasn't wearing them. Think about it logically, Agent Lang. These sticks were originally in Alabast. But somehow they wound up in Sheena's hands, who was in Babal the whole night. So make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow. So I'm starting to think some of this stuff got smuggled by accident. Like when I first saw the 2 flowers missing, I thought, what if the statue hit him on its way through the window or something? And he just had to pluck him because of that. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in Babal. I don't know if we know that yet. Excuse me. Oh, Edgeworth's got it. It's too bad I don't. Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this and tell me its shape. It's just another stick, isn't it? And so it is, but the shape of the support sticks is what's important. For when they are used with something in this room, that's when it all comes... Oh, shit! Oh, God, are you serious? She used them as arrows in the crossbow. That's a crossbow. Wait, you're not really suggesting? Oh, hell yes, I am. These hair sticks, or rather plant support sticks, they make for perfect arrows. Yeah, keep up with your shiny engine turbine arms. Done it, I found the common thread that connects the 2 orifices. But this thread is yet to be completely untangled. Even using the arrows, how does this explain how the statues were transported? Furthermore, who could it have been who fired these sticks as arrows? There must be a common thread that ties all these things together. Uh-oh. When you tie a statue to an arrow, well, it sure doesn't become a bomb arrow, I can tell you that. They don't fly at all. That is so true, like, it doesn't make sense that that's how... So Trebuchet is not entirely out of the works yet. So Babal's statue was draped in the Yanagarasu's clothes and shot over here. Even if you fired the arrows from this side, they wouldn't go far with a statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the primitive statues don't sprout wings. You're a realist after all, aren't you? Primitive statues didn't sprout wings. Well, I hope not. Of course they didn't. Glad you understand. I feel much better already. I was afraid for a second that you were unaware of that crucial fact. It's only crucial because you're under the belief that wings are necessary to this equation. What? Yeah. Edgeworth is toying with Lang's mind, and in the process with mine as well. You need to free your mind a bit more. Let it fly like a bird on the wind. What, are we talking about the last Guardian now? The product statues flew, but not on a wing. They flew on a skateboard! Allow me a bit of your time, and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you. Jeez. Edgeworth, I sure hope you know what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever been this low on HP in the entire game. And we're still over halfway full, that's the crazy thing. Alright, so Yanagarasu's clothes and all that. Yep, good old lot of heart. Yes, so I hear. We're not going to talk about her anymore. Not every photojournalist is known to be honest, right? Especially not the ones that do all that fake news, or sell photos of spirits and giant creatures to tabloids. Yes, I know what you mean. I've seen these sorts of photos many a time in court. But there have been times when those photos have turned out to be telling the truth. If you ever stood in a court of law, you would know that it's entirely plausible. Do you really believe the stuff you're spewing right now? A courtroom certainly is a strange place, if what you say is true. But there really is something odd about that photo, no matter how you look at it. Even if you fired the arrows from the side, they wouldn't go far with a statue tied to them, okay? But we were in agreement that an arrow by itself would reach the other side, correct? Uh-oh, my 3DS battery's dying. Hang on a second. I'm gonna fix the... Alright, that's better. But the arrow by itself was pretty meaningless, yeah. They wanted a smuggler a lot bigger than nothing. It's not necessarily true. What? What I need right now is a glass of orange juice, let me tell you. It's not further discussion of my conclusions. It's the launching of my conclusions. What the shooter wanted to launch with the crossbow was not the statues themselves, but rather something a crossbow can launch that can be used to move the statues. Oh, baby. Okay, now I get it. I was thinking at first that maybe just the coat by itself or whatever they were putting over the statues, but no, I get it now. Once the statues had the arrows and went to the crossbow launch. Okay, so actually I was right about the wire then. That's what they used the wire for. That makes perfect sense now. But does this not also mean that there was an accomplice? Finally, we've reached this point in our discussion now. He gets it too. We're saying that the wire was tied to an arrow and then shot into Mr. Cochin's office. All the way from the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy down to the 3rd floor of the Babalese Embassy. If what you're claiming is really what happened, I can see how Alabaster's primitive statue could be moved. But that does not explain how Babal's was moved, does it? Yeah. Is it? To the 5th floor, yeah. I mean, did they shoot it both ways, maybe? You know, like in Robin Hood on Disney's Robin Hood? I think I finally see how the gears behind this whole trick works. Agent Lang, the motion used behind this trick. I wonder if perhaps you have yet to envision how it works in your head. Motion? What motion? This is the motion that was employed to smuggle Babal's primitive statue. Rotary motion? I think so. Isn't that what I was just saying? Is that... Not sure if that's the word I would have used, but yeah. So in other words, they fired it across and then the other person fired it back. Uh-oh. Simultaneously get real! The statues would collide somewhere along the way! Oh, not quite. Yeah, see there, that's exactly how they did it. That's so good. Not so fast, what? Langsy says I need a prayer now to win this. No, I seriously doubt that. Yeah, well, I mean, because one of them would have been heavier, right? The real one. And Alves was the real one, so... Yeah, it is. Oh, man, he didn't like that one. Now you like me clipping your wings or your fur or something. Miss Yu and her mystery co-conspirator set themselves up in the two different rooms. Co-conspirator bridged the rooms by shooting the two ends of the wire down on one arrow. Oh, that could work too. Then the two of them covered the statues and proceeded to transport them. After the switch was completed, another arrow was fired. Oh my god. Jeez. That's crazy. This is awesome, but it's crazy. Grr? Did she whip him? This proves it, right? But he blocked it. I'm not the killer. Not yet, sis. I still haven't had my dessert yet. Right, Mr. Prosecutor. Hands off, dude. The proof is in the pudding, as it were. Pudding is a nice dessert. So, want to go get some? Can you prove that what you said is what happened? Because remember, if you can't, I'll be taking a certain someone back home with me as a souvenir. You ain't taking her nowhere, dude. Okay, I said I liked you, but man, you're gonna have to get off of that, whatever that is you're on right now. Of course, you almost can't blame him, though. He's already lost his assistant because of us. Oh dear. Let's see it, Mr. Prosecutor. The thing that made it possible to create a circular belt out of a length of wire. What? Like a pulley? Oh, the ceiling fans? It's gotta be the ceiling fan, right? It's the only thing in here that goes in like a circular motion. Precisely, the ceiling fans double as pulleys. I don't know if that would work for the one that was up high, because the blades would keep... Well, maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. Thanks to the fact that there is one installed in each of the offices, the ceiling fan's made for the perfect pulley set for the wire to run on. That's good. Has anybody ever done this in real life? Because that'd be pretty genius. This must be it. This is how the smugglers bypassed the impenetrable security. You really are something else, Mr. Prosecutor. I bet you figured it all out already, haven't you? You know who the big hotshot that set up this real-life stage show is, don't you? The person who set up this rather large and complex stage show needs to be smothered with a pillow. Oh. Jeez. No, I'm gonna hold your food back, man. You're gonna sit and you're gonna roll over and you're gonna play dead. If you can't say who it is, why don't you present something like you always do? Single point of the finger here in this case will explode into an international incident. However, it's already too late for me to stop the forward momentum. It appears I have no choice now. Oh. Okay, a piece of evidence, huh? It sounds like they want me to say the ambassador because of how hesitant he's being about it, just like when he didn't want to point to Von Karma. You know. See anything in here? Well, I mean, no, let's just go by process of elimination here. Embassy guide, Let's see what's there. I'd say about 10% odds that could be it. We have single stabbed to base of neck, the body wasn't badly burned by the fire. I don't think... Serious mastermind, though. I'm trying to find something that proves that someone who knew that all this was possible, who knew that the things could be used as arrows, who knew there would be ceiling fans on both sides. It's also a knife. I give about 10% to that one, too. A bastion carried across country lines. There, let me get into that. Well, they said at some point I was going to need to play that trump card, but... Is now that time, or... I didn't see much of anything else here, I mean... Saw the sticks already, neither here sticks nor support stakes. I mean, I suppose it's like... They're not supposed to be hair sticks, and well, they say neither hair sticks nor support stakes. Is it like the fact that he was using them as support stakes just in case? Because otherwise, why wouldn't he just use real plant support stakes instead of crossbow arrows? Is that the angle here? That's kind of pushing it a little bit. I guess it's no worse than using the trump card, though. I don't feel like the trump card. This is KG8 stuff here. Ugh. We'll try. I don't know what the hell else I could use if it's not this. The smuggling could not have been possible without the use of the crossbow. Furthermore, the arrows that were shot by the crossbow were plucked, as it were, from the flower box in this very room. They were planted so long ago that the passion flowers had the time to grow so big that Miss Von Karma didn't even notice the arrows when she visited this room today. So, that's 2 times now she's failed and I've succeeded. Or should I say Edgeworth has succeeded. On top of all this, the fact that the culprit knew that both offices had ceiling fans tells us that the person has very detailed information on the embassy's layout. That was a bit of a stress. I can't believe I got that. So as you may have already guessed, the person I am accusing of hatching this plan is the person who grew the flowers in the flower box with the utmost care. Oh my god. Oh man. That's sort of an indirect way of going about it, but that makes it a little simpler, I suppose. Are you out of your mind, Miles Edgeworth? I'm certain of what I am saying, and I am sure that he is the culprit. Oh yeah. Oh, you're impressed now, huh? Tell me, Mr. Prosecutor. What was the ambassador trying to accomplish by doing all that stuff you just outlined? Why in the world would he need to use a trick like that? I understand your need to doubt me. However, there's one thing that stands out to me as very odd. Just one thing, huh? The one single end result Ambassador Alpha sought to obtain. If we were to obtain the focus of this complex trick, I believe we will finally find the answer to everything. Everything will become clear once we examine this piece of evidence. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe now. Oh, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to do it. You want us to examine this? Yes, for I believe that by examining it, we will finally have all of our answers. Langsy says, items that become evidence should never have any part overlooked. All evidence related to this case are fine and don't need to be examined again. Oof, okay, fine. Agent Lang is correct. Most of the evidence has already undergone intense scrutiny. Yes, it has. However, there's one piece that has only been partially checked. What? Oh, okay. What are we examining? The guitar pick? That doesn't have anything to... Oh, I don't need to go... Can't even really look at that. Samurai dogs? Have we checked those to make sure that old Ag's fingerprints aren't on them, or other prints from other... So let's not go there. Maybe it's the knife, because that's like the one thing that was carried across that we haven't discussed yet. Alabaster knife. Well, let's see. Just stop thinking about it and try stuff. Uh-oh. No, I don't think that's it. Eee! Okay. It would appear that I was mistaken. Oh, we're in trouble now. Ooh, yeah, they're getting us towards the end here. There's one piece that always been partially checked. Okay. What was I saying earlier, though? Which statue was it that we checked and that had the handprint on the bottom? That was in Babal. Right. It's originally from Alabast. And we were saying, yeah, the name is telling us where it is right now. But have we checked the other one? I think I'm starting to just brute force it at this point. Fully understand the reasoning. Wait. I have to go through the trouble swapping the real Primitive statue for the fake. That's a very shady reason. Yeah, I would say so. But the question is whether or not they even knew which one was the fake. And who better to ask for that reason than the King Primadux himself? I see. Ambassador, we'll be examining that statue now, with or without your permission. Oh, jeez. Man, somebody, you know, keep track of him and make sure that he doesn't fall over or something. There's a handprint on this one, too. This is not the same one, right? Oh. Ugh. Okay. Wait a minute now. I was trying to examine the other statue because I thought... I examined this one because I thought it was not the one with the handprint on it. Is there something on his butt? On the very tip of his head? This guy kind of looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they look alike that he was picked to be the Goodwill Ambassador. I suppose that's possible. Take a look at this area around the base of his neck. It looks like a gap. Oh no. Please tell me it doesn't tell the time when you hit it on something. Oh jeez. Whoa, okay. Did I just get a golden ticket? Hey, what's this thing that fell out? I believe a more thorough examination of it is required. Sure, let's look. What in the... This is 4 golden tickets! All 4 of us can go! Hey, is this what I think it is? It's a plate for making counterfeit bills. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, man. Somehow it appears that we've at long last arrived at the exit to this complex labyrinth. We finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates. And the reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabast to begin with. Jeez. But it was the guy in Babal that was actually making them, right? So it's like he was sacrificing it, giving it away? Or maybe they're trying to take it away from him so he couldn't do it anymore? Surely he would have known about that, though. The Primodoc statue can only be handled by the ambassador or the secretariat. And the replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue the ideal object in which to hide contraband. Ooh. Uh-oh. How in the world did he pull that off? Then in order to frame the Steel Samurai for the murder, he covered the sword in blood like an idiot. He was too old-fashioned to know that he could make fake swords these days. He ain't saying nothing. You're the leader of the smuggling ring? My country's a mess. And it's all because of you? Oh god, he's gonna flip. He's gonna flip his shit. Oh man. I never thought that you would figure things out to this level. However, there is one point I disagree with you on. The head of the smuggling ring was Mr. Kocher. Quit screwing around, piece of shit. I have no sympathy for someone who would try and pass the guilt onto a dead man. If there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that you're the real ringleader, Cursus Alba. I don't know. It's not good to speak with such subjectivity, you know, Agent Lang. Subjectivity? My conclusion is anything but, and is the result of logic and investigation. Logic and investigation? Only seconds ago you were ready to arrest Ms. Von Karma. I don't think we can give such flip-floppy logic any real weight, do you? Oh, crap. Dang, dude. And then there were laughs, more laughs. Looks like you still don't get why I came back. Excuse me? You see, I'm really far on the left side of the screen now. I need room for my finger, so that I can sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck. Lang, don't. Oh no, he's been after this for a while because his country is screwed. His economy is in the toilet. He did know she was innocent! He did. I told you he did. I knew this whole incident had been meticulously planned and prepared for. So naturally, the occupant of this room, Ambassador Alba, seemed the most suspicious. But without the Ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around. So that's why he put on this big show to accuse Franziska. Yep. Oh man, I can't believe that. That turned out to be right. Dang, dude. Oh, I'm kind of proud of that. Jeez. I know it shouldn't be, like, anybody could have called that, but still. It just seemed weird that he was accusing her, though. I don't know. I will forgive you, but in exchange, you're gonna give me Swiss cake rolls. For giving me such a great opening, I thank you. You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosecutor, that somehow if we were able to find some proof by investigating this room, that you would be able to figure out the real culprit with your special brand of logic. The evidence detectives collect combined with the logic of a prosecutor. That's just as it should be in a prosecutor-detective team, right? This shot here, with both of us playing with our hands, this is that moment when two men truly just come together as bros and self-masturbatorily congratulate each other and move along with their lives. So, I don't know about all that. But one thing I do know is that I'm itching to see what that old man gets what's coming to him. Ho ho, you're quite scary when you want to be, aren't you? Hey, you were the one that was playing that used me to push all the guilt onto the sis. But unfortunately for you, you misjudged me. Agent Lang, I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me. What we need right now is a good, cool glass of whiskey. Jeez. Well, I got this. Unzips pants. Don't be such a sore loser. If you really are the head of the smuggling ring, just admit it. Maybe we'll let you off easy. Then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity. Dignity? That is nothing more than a fool's insincere display of foolish strength, fool. If you really wish, fool, for me to acknowledge my foolish crimes, then I would like to foolishly first see some of this foolish thing you call evidence. Gotcha. I tell you, I knew nothing, really. I didn't even know that a counterfeit plate was hidden inside the statue. You swapped a real statue that vested your country for the authority to rule for a fake? Also, you sold my dead bird to a blind kid? It doesn't make any sense that you didn't know anything. It doesn't make sense. Where doesn't it make sense? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense? Shit. He's really got us. He's turned the entire situation around against us. I wouldn't say that. Check out the music, dude. The proof that Interpol has been after... The proof that Interpol has been after, which points to this man as the ringleader. If we can somehow find that proof now, then we can see to it that justice is finally served. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open? Oh, man. We've got to be getting up there on time. I know I say that at the end of like every video now. The trump card in the videotape. With those two items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But we'll need an attack of at least 115. Oh. Shoot. Yeah. Dang, man. Yeah. Needless to say, we Von Karmas are commanded to achieve nothing but victory, and by any means necessary. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to go outside of the law. That's what we thought at the time. So we have to do it, don't we? I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma, and I won't follow the path of the Yatagarasu. This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in? If I want to pursue the truth, then I will sully my hands in illegality. And if I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law and what is justice? And which path is a prosecutor supposed to follow? That choice is one I must make by my own hand here and now. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't even know what to say here. It's like I'd love to go into some philosophical discussion about like the implications here. But like there's so much has happened here that I almost can't even remember how the trump card, what that even proves. Like the trump card was found in, oh god. I want to use it, but at the same time, I feel like the game is suggesting I shouldn't use it. Like maybe Edgeworth can find another way. This whole thing, though, from the beginning has been about... You know, the entire reason that this case is happening is because, you know, some people realize, and I don't think that these people are morally wrong or even ambiguous with what they're saying here, that there are some things the law just can't do. You know, that we don't always get justice in the world, and well, you know, what is justice anyway, you know? I almost feel evil for doing this, but and for more reasons than the obvious one here. There is no limit to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man. When a person goes beyond that limit, then the law too crosses into new territory. For what reason were laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show. Ambassador Alba, I wonder if you might recognize this. So here we go. I wonder what that card is. Never seen that before in my life. It is a directives card used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates. Oh, is that what it is? This card was sent to the real culprit behind the KG-8 incident 10 years ago. A man by the name of Mr. Manny Cochin. Oh, so why do you have such a card in your possession? Because it was hand-delivered to me by a certain great thief, the Yatagarasu. Uh-huh. Don't talk nonsense and let's be serious, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you have any proof that the card contains directions from the ringleader? I'll have you know that I've been looking into some translators. I tried Google Translate for one. I'll have you know that the card is not the only thing I was given. What? This contains security footage that was shot just before the start of the KG-8 incident. The card and the video. These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate. Oh, very interesting. I must admit I'm very curious now. Very curious indeed in these case-deciding pieces of evidence you presented. Oh man. The prey that the Yatagarasu has been chasing all this time now stands before me. I can't allow this man, who has had free reign for 10 long years, to simply walk away. Now's the time for me to bring to fruition the valiant spirit that was given to me. Edgeworth with the sensationalizing, man. That seriously is it? That's where we're gonna have to stop, guys. Man, what is this now? I don't know. Anyway, I guess next time we're gonna see where that trump card got us. So hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your screaming babies, and don't let them come to the rallies. We'll see you guys next time.